چونید؟
منیش باشم زۆر سپاس تەندروستی چۆنە؟
باشە سپاس بۆ زۆر باشە تەندروستی چۆنە؟
منیش باشم ئەم ڕۆژانە زۆر ماندووم
ماندووت؟
لەم ڕۆژانە ناوە دەیس
لە ڕۆژانە؟
لەم ڕۆژانە زۆر ماندووم
ناسانی ماندووم چییە؟
ئێستانی ماندوو You know this. تۆ ماندوو ئەزانی
Tired. ببوورە.
زۆر ئاساییە. By the way, I cannot believe I can't believe your tutor overslept yesterday. I cannot believe that.
کێشەنیە.
I'm sorry again.
Normal.
خۆی کێشەیە بەڵام چی بکەین؟ وانەی ئەمڕۆمان سەبارەت بە داهاتووە. لەبیرتە وانەی ڕابردوو چیمان خوێند؟ لەبیرتە وانەی ڕابردوو چیمان خوێند؟ Which one of the words don't you understand?
وانەی لەبیرتە وانەی ڕابردوو چیمان خوێند. Do you remember past
وانە چییە؟ وانە وانەی ڕابردوو The last lesson.
وانەی ڕابردوو. ئاسانم کەمێک لەبیرم کەمێک لەبیرم
کەمێک لە بیرمە.
کەمێک لەبیرمە.
تەنها بابەتەکەم پێ بڵێ. Do you remember what's بابەت? Subject or topic. بابەت. تەنها بابەتەکەم پێ بڵێ.
I remember we talk about free times. What do you do in your free time?
Okay.
No?
Actually, last lesson we studied past.
Okay.
The routine and free time was 2 lessons ago.
Oh, okay. Past.
Yeah. We studied what is chawg and what is rag. And how can you change a chawg to past and how it changes with each pronoun. And again, how future and present are the same in Kurdish grammar.
Bash.
We did study this, right?
I remember a little bit. Being honest, the last lesson I don't.
I'm very good because I have like 3 to 4 Kurdish lessons, all Kurdish students, all A1, and you're very similar to each other. So are you sure we have studied best?
I'm not sure, being honest. As far as I remember, we studied, yeah, what do you in your free time, but things like that. But as I mentioned, my last video, so it's lost. So I'm sorry
Alright.
for that.
Then if we have studied it, we'll have a short summary. If not, it's gonna be new subject.
Mm-hmm.
Color, let's try this. In Kurdish, we have noun, verb, kar. Genoun, pronouns. This is better. Genoun, now, kar. Sifat, adjective. These are the base cats and the basic structure of grammar in Kurdish.
Vale.
Now, وكو آسمان, حمد, زوي, قلم. Now, kar, وكو خوتن, روشتن, برو, بخو, ملبكة, بخوروا, kar, verbs. جناو, من تو أو, إما إيوة, أوان. دي now. Now, تمشى. Now. De instead of. De now, pronoun. The word you use instead of a noun. That's the pronouns. من تو أو, إما إيوة, أوان. For easy remembering. صفات adjective. جوان, برز, ناشرين, تال, جورا. صفة. Cat, سي كاتمان هي. Esta, رابرتو, داهاتو.
Vale.
أوان من هي. لهم يعني گرنگتر کارا. لهم يعني گرنگتر کارا. ئێستا زیاتر باسی دەکەین. لە زمانی کوردی کار لە ڕووی according to لە ڕووی کار لە ڕووی کاتەوە according to time سێ جۆر نییە دوو جۆرە. ڕابردوو ڕانەبردوو. ئێستا present, past, ڕابردوو, داهاتوو, future. These are just simple time tenses. But according to structure, verb by time can be divided into only two. Past and not past. What does this mean? Rabirdu is past. Ranabirdu, you see, is negative. What's not past? That means future and present. So in English grammar, we have all three, but in Kurdish grammar, we have only two. Future and present can be counted as one, grammatically. Like if you say nandahom, it could be present, it could be future.
Yeah, but to chona sani nana home K.
You just know it's not past. It could be now, it could be in 5 months. There's nothing to tell. You just should know by sentence.
But you use sometimes words of time. I mean, muna bayani, saat no nan akom. Why?
Well, in this case, you exactly specify the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, of course, you can say the time. Generally, if you're using only the verb, for example, لازم خوارد, or let's make it even more simple. خواردم is 8. Without specifying the time or even saying anything else, you already know خواردم means past. Right? But in Rana Burdu, you have dakhon or akhon.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell if it's future or present. If you say beani, that means tomorrow. If you say está, that means present, not future. You can tell, but you have exactly specified the time. That's why you know. If you have only the verb alone, you can't tell.
Diagram.
Yeah. Aguenum, arom, I'll go. In English, we have I go, I will go. You can tell by will, this is future. In Kurdish, darom. If I say I'll go, you don't know if it's like I'll go like next year, next hour, or right away. Arom. That makes it a lot easier because you have only two categories. Rabirdu or anneburdu. Past, not past. That was according to time.
Mm-hmm.
According to structure, we have two completely different branches. Cat has rak, chow. Rak, what is this called? And for example, you have a flower. This is the flower, this is the leaf. What is this called?
Chaug.
No, like in English.
Root.
Roots. Like root, very good. Rek is a root of the verb.
Baş.
Every verb has a root. And again, every verb has a chauk. Chauk cannot be translated because it's just for Kurdish-sorani-lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, first of all, what's rek? For example, I write anusam. Okay? Nusim, I wrote. You see what has changed? A, me, e. This, you know, it's connector. Mm-hmm. For min, for to, these are connectors. We already can specify that. What has left is nous. Nous. Nous is the root of the verb. If it's present or past, of you're saying it in continuous tense, no difference. Baş. The root will stay the same. It's the exact specific letters in a word that cannot be changed or removed. P أودرك رك. أوبو نوسين نوس. ضروم رويش ثروة ويشتغل. I will go. He went. He is going. He's gone. ويشتغل. Okay. Let's see. This is the. We know the man. We know the t. We know the da. This is bu. Royisht. We have ro. Darwa, ro. Darwan, ro. Royishtibu, ro. The only thing that has not been changed is ro. Yisht, yisht, da, da. We have this. It could be either grammatically added or a connector, or the verb is actually roishten, going, okay? Ro is the root.
Vale.
Letters are not structure or connectors. They are like parts, the letters of the verb, but they're not the root. The root is only ro.
Ro. Like chun. Ch. La. Vaya.
Betem, chum. Yes, only t is the root. The letters will just disappear or change. So only a few letters in a word are the root of the. It could be any verb. In past or present or future or continuous or complete. They're exactly the same. Detemte, nusinus. Okay? There is no way to determine exactly which letter is the root, unfortunately. And we have around like 2,000 verbs. You cannot memorize all of them. Imagine it like this. In English, we have irregular verbs, right? You just have to memorize it. There's no other way. But in English, it's like 60 to 70. Like you can study them in a month, you can master them. It's only 70. In Kurdish, the verbs are like hundreds. 2,000 probably. You have a lot of verbs.
No way.
Because it's not categorized to irregular verbs. It's all of the verbs. Now, in every language, we have like hundreds of verbs.
Yeah.
You cannot memorize the root of all of them. You can memorize only the common ones. Automatically, your brain will understand the base. For example, for the tum, you already know it's ch. Not by any rules. You can just tell what's the root.
Yeah.
So this is, according to structure, every verb has a root, right? And child. Let's see what's child. Child is way easier. In English, we have walk and walking, right?
Right.
Trying, finding. In English, that ing means continuous. In Kurdish, this is ing, but it doesn't mean continuous. It means just the thing, just walking. Piyasa kirdin, khwardin, eating. I don't mean I'm continuously doing it. There's a way to say what it is. Khwardin, trin, roshten, flying, frein. These are chow. Sleeping, dying, going. Okay? They don't have time. There's no timeline in chow. And we have 5 branches. One, two, three, four, 5. Elfi, Dali, Ta'i, Ya'i, Wawi. these are 5 branches of chaug. Chaug actually ends with n. Instead of ing, you have n. Try to listen. Roishtin, nustin, nusin, malakirdan, khotan, hatan, roishtin, krin, froshtin, n. They all end with n. So you could tell this is a chaug of a verb by finding n. Like what? Can you give me some chaugs?
Frosten?
Froshten. If I want to say sell befrosha. See, there's a big difference. Selling froshten. Bro, go. Going froshten. Study بخوينا. Studying خويندن. So that's called the chaug of verb. Okay, I can translate direct to root, but chaug cannot be translated. It's just Kurdish-sorani-lesson. And we have 5 kinds. Nusin. What is the letter before n?
E.
That's how you categorize it. Nusin belongs to this branch. Chaui ya'i. Let me repeat. Alfi, dali, alfi, dali, ta'i, ya'i, wawi. These are how it's pronounced. Alfi, dali, ta'i, ya'i, wawi. Nusin, chaui, ya'iya. So according to grammar, whenever you want to change it, for example, change it to past continuous, you go to the grammar in this branch. According to the principles and rules, chawiya'i, you change. Wardin. What's the letter before n?
D.
So it's categorized in this group. Dali. Froshten. Which category does it belong to?
Dali.
Ta'i.
Ta'i.
This category. And it's only 5. That means every verb in Kurdish language, if it's a chauk, it must end with n. And the letter before the n must be one of these 5. It's a fact. Every chauk ends with n. And the letter before letter n must be one of these. It is. It's a fact. It is one of these 5. No other letter. Krin. Ya'i. Chun. Wawi.
Kurdin.
Kirdin. Dali. Whatever you could think of. This 5. I want you to memorize this completely in your mind, because in level 2, I'm going to explain to you the rules and the grammar of each branch. But for now, I think it's too soon. So according to program, that's level 2, but I want you to know, because for example, you change a verb to past and another verb to past in a very different way. You'd be like, why? This is why, because they are categorized in 5.
Okay, I was about to ask you. Okay, I got the idea, but how it works? I mean, how do you use in life this? Yeah, but
let's try it now.
No. But you already explained that is level 2. But
yes.
Okay.
level 2, but it's very, like, in every sentence you might use it. For example, why Nustin becomes Nustim, but Khwardin becomes Khwardi, or it changes it how to choose the connector to the pronoun.
Okay.
Remember I told you there is like a table, and I told you for the same pronoun, for example, for men, you had two kinds of connectors. Now this is also related to this category. How to choose which connector to use with the pronoun.
Yeah.
So that's one way, and when you change it to past, or when you change it to past perfect, also it changes according to this.
Okay.
For example, khwardim dam khward, or nustibum malam kird. You use different rules and grammar to make a very simple chalk to past. You must understand why the same, it's like a verb changes to past by this rule, and another verb changes to past by another rule. Why they are different? Because they're categorized different.
Wow.
Yeah, it's complicated.
And you, as Kurdish people, still say that Kurdish is not complicated.
Actually,
I'm sorry. Can you hear that?
Okay. Even in high school, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear, but can you hear that? I was mute. That's why.
No, you're mute. Don't worry about it. I know you have allergies, especially in the morning.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying something.
It's okay. In the high school, Resman grammar, in school we study like a very little. Only the pronouns and what is verb, what is adjective, only this. In high school, as a real grammar starts, like we have time. I'm very sorry, actually, this is an important call. Excuse me. دواء بردن لكم هات معه.
دواء بردن لكم.
دواء بردن لكم. Ask for apology.
No.
Like for your forgiveness. بردن forgiveness.
Okay.
Very good. We have 3 very important lessons left. Generally, one of them is vocabulary. Like from the minute we start, I'll give you just strong vocabulary, not very easy. It's like a mix between level 1 and 2. So you'll get more ready for level 2. You need vocabulary. I have prepared around 60 to 70 words. That's going to be important. And we will talk about how to talk about present and future. This is past, Rabdu. This lesson. Next lesson is Ranna Burdu. Not past. And the lesson after is vocabulary.
Bash.
Just for you to be prepared. Okay, in high school, like the system of studying in school and high school. In school, you get like 10% of Rezman, Kurdish Rezman. In high school, you have 6 levels, from 1 to 6. You study 6 years before college or university. So, in year 1, you study very little, very, very little, like 10 more percent. In year 2nd, it becomes 20%, 30%. These are not that much, but in the last year, you study a lot, unbelievably amount of grammar, which they could have easily divided through the other years. So the poor student at the last year could understand it more easily or be more familiar. No, it's 70% plus generally. These rates are not accurate.
Yeah.
Is all located in the 6th year. And the poor student needs a very good point and a very good grade to be accepted at the good universities. But now, all of the grammar is exactly accumulated here. That's terrible. So if someone says, no, it's easy, remind them, صافي شاشة لبيرة. Because they think it only belongs to صافي شاش, 12th grade. It only belongs to, and it's not useful because their mother tongue is Kurdish. They don't think of grammar, they just speak.
Yeah, it's like us. I mean, in Spanish, when they ask me something, can you please give me a subjective example in Spanish? What? But I can say Spanish is very easy, but I don't know what you are talking about grammar. Can you? Okay. Yeah, things like that.
Exactly, Kurdish like that. So if anyone tells you Kurdish is easy, remind them. صافي شاشة لبيرة أو Kurdiya. That's Kurdish. You have a very, very complicated grammar. But when you get used to it, you don't need to think of grammar. It just comes up. Even in English, when you speak, do you think of grammar?
No.
You don't think of grammar, you just say it. But you have studied grammar.
Sure.
So this is the levels of each language. In the first levels, you need to study the grammar to understand.
Vale.
But after that, you don't need to think of it before speaking. When you are understood, it just comes up.
Rasta okay.
So don't worry about it. I know it's complicated, but it's gonna feel easier. Generally, I wanted you to understand this. What is what is chauk? How many branches of chauk do we have? And according to time, we have Burdura and Burdu. According to structure, we have rep and chauk. Generally, you can memorize that, right? Very good. That's what counts for now. Now I'm gonna give you something very interesting. Give me a chauk. It could be anything.
Chauk.
One chauk.
Houten.
Sleeping. Houten. Very good. If you have any chauk, it doesn't matter. Okay? Houten doesn't have timeline. Sleeping. It's not specified to any time. It's just a chauk. Chauk katinia. Chauk doesn't have time. Houten. If you simply remove the n of chauk, what does it become?
Raberdu.
Yes. Hout.
Hout. Okay.
But for which pronoun?
Ow.
Yes, there you go. That's a rule. If you remove the n of chauk from any chauk, it becomes past. For which pronoun? For O. Give me another one.
Hastam.
Hastan, waking up. Hastan. When you remove the n, it's hasta. I know you have simply removed the n, but now it has time. It's past. And it's related to a pronoun. Oh. Oh, hasta. Now, something more interesting. Now you know how to say past for O very easily. You know the chauk, You just remove the na, you have the past. What if I want to change it to another pronoun? Keep groot, okay? I need you to like screenshot or write this. Min to o ema ewa alan. These are the connectors. The pronouns for past.
For past.
Yes, not all of the jokes, some of them.
How doesn't have?
Doesn't have it. Nothing. It don't have any connector.
Bash.
That was group 1. You have also group 2. You already memorized these. You are familiar with this group because in present you also use this. For ownership, you also use this group of connectors. These are, we have only 2 groups. There's no other group. If you have something different, it might be unique and special, like only for a verb or in a special situation. Generally, according to grammar, you have only 2 groups. Group yakam, group dual. This group, you also use it for ownership. Malman, paraman, dersam. You know, it's like ours. Palamaket, your pen. It's like a third person singular S, you have it for ownership. Like Ahmed's car. Sarah's laptop. This is but in Kurdish for different pronouns, different. So you use it to add it to verb and also for ownership. This category.
Okay.
This group, you don't use it with any ownership ever, but you add it to your verbs in past. And also rana birdu, rabirdu, rana birdu. Laherduki. Grupi yakam grupi duam. Tamam? Zor saka. صوت grupi yakama. صوت for O. صوتهم.
Vale.
Routine. We slept. Rotit, you slept. Without using the pronoun. tell you خوتين means we slept.
But hout? Hout?
خوت. But for فروشتن, selling. فروش is group 2. It's group 2. فروشتم, فروشتت, فروشتي, فروشتمان, فروشتان, فروشتيان. Frosh is group 2. Group 1, خوت, خوتم, خوتيت, خوت, خوتين, خوتن, خوتن. For both you plural and they you have just now.
Okay.
You already memorized group 2. You're familiar with it. New group is this one. It's gonna be easy, I promise, especially for you. It's nothing. Piece of cake.
I hope so.
Do you remember how easily you memorized all of these connectors? Well, you already know them. Now, these are 6, not 6, we don't have this one. And this is the same. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 connectors.
Basha.
Don't worry.
So, arroin, it belongs to this side. Why?
To this group.
Arroin.
Yes. Arroin, we will go in past, roshtin. What is the chow of going? Go. What's the chow?
Ro?
No, that's the root. Right. Chowing, going to. Roshten. We went. Roshtin. We're talking about past.
Vale.
You went. Roshten. In. See the connector? The other is rosht. Like this. Rosht. And the rosht simply is for who?
Wow.
For 10, it could be a 1 or a 1. Because they both have the same connector. Roshtem, in every category, for me, you have men. To be honest, it's very easy. It's like a little different. For men, it's always men. Okay. In each group, for me, men, it's men, the connector. In this new group, for they and you, it's na. For we, in. For singular, you, eat. Done. So you have na, you have eat, and in. These are new. Man is always ma. For O, you don't have it. Na is for they and you plural. A 1, ewa. It is for you. In is is for us, we. See, it's 6, you can categorize it to only 3.
Okay.
Give me another chalk. Let's practice. I think it needs more time.
Jian.
Jian, very good. Jia. Flipped.
Oh.
Jiane ki khosh jiya. He lived an enjoyable life. Jiane ki, here it's noun. Jiane ki, alive. Jiane ki khosh, enjoyable. Jia. I don't need to say oh. I already know jia is for oh.
Jiane ki hoja.
Khosh jia. He lived an enjoyable life. There is something else I have realized you need a little more practice in. I don't know what's up with the post today. It's noun and adjective. جیانی کی خوش، قەلەمێکی باش، خانوویەکی گەورە، خواردنێکی کەم، دڵخۆشیەکی زۆر. Noun and adjective. For example, you have sad person. کەسێکی خەمبار.
کەسێکی خەمبار.
It changes places, that's why it might be confusing. But it's easy to tell because you have an adjective and a noun together. خانووی گەورە. Big house. مامۆستای خراپ. Bad teacher. کاتی ئێوارە. Evening time. See? Noun adjective. Evening time. You specify it. Kati what? Time of what? ئێوارە. ژیان is ژیا. ژیایت, you lived. This category, the new one. What about Owen?
Owen, Jian.
Very good, there you go. Ewa.
Jian.
Very good. See? Oh.
Yeah.
This is Chow. Men.
Yam.
What if you say, I lived a happy life, an enjoyable life?
Men jam. Hoş ja. Hoş.
Men. Janeki.
Janeki. Ah, yeah, Janeki.
Hoş. Jam.
Men Janeki hoş jam.
Very good. Men. Let's go.
To. Jit.
Jait.
Jait. Rastake.
It madhabu. Jait. Yedana meni ema.
Jain.
Jain. We lived ema Jain.
But this is this is present, right?
No, it's all past.
All past. Okay, because uh, but you said I'm living in a happy life.
Lived a happy life.
Okay.
Not I'm living. I lived a happy life.
Yeah, because a gym is present.
Yes. Now let's go to a more interesting subject.
No.
This was all past. Understandable, right? It's past. How do you change it to present? Very easily, very easily. First, you need to understand çabuk, then rabrdu, then ranavrdu. Çabuk, we studied.
Ranavrdu.
Yakamjar kar, çabuk, rabrdu, ranavrdu.
Ciao.
Organize it in your mind, it makes it easier to get. Çabuk, we did study.
Chauk is Ranavrdu.
Çabuk doesn't have time.
Okay.
Train, it doesn't have any time. It's like buying.
Okay.
It could be I was buying, I will be buying, I will be buying, or I am buying. Simply buying without the other words doesn't have time.
Much.
So çabuk doesn't have time. So first we understood what's kar, verb. Then we studied it has roots and çabuk. Çabuk is what's more important. Then we studied how to make it past. We have two groups of connectors. You remove them and add your connectors. Now, how to change it to present? The same kar çabuk which we made to rabrdu. To make it ranavrdu. Simply add a Jean, ajim. Ajit. Let's write it. Ajim. I live. Ajit. You will live. Focus on the connectors. Ajit. Oh. Emma. Ajin. Ewa. It's too far away. Honestly, Jean is a very bad example because the root is only J.
Okay.
To make it easier, let's go to a more clear verb. What about sleeping?
Sleeping.
No, that's also complicated.
Green.
That's a lot complicated. Khawin kirdinawa. Eating. Khwarden.
Kasakirden.
Sakirden. Actually, sakirden is separated to sa, ta. Kirden. Kirden, we use it a lot. It's doing something. Exactly, okay. Sakirden, speaking. Mala kirden, swimming. So kirden is like separated into two words. This was past simple, okay. We have a little time, so present, I'll continue explaining it in next lesson. But this one is easy. Past continuous. This was past simple, all of it. And Emma. Jane. Okay? If you want to make it past continuous, we were living. I was living. They were living. Past continuous. Okay? Like ing. Oh, in Erbil accent, da in Slimani am. Your choice. من أجيام. أو أجيال. تو أجيات. أيوة أجيان. أوان أجيان. إما أجيين.
أجيين.
You just the past simple. You just add or the, your choice.
For past
and
continuous.
It becomes past continuous. Let's change this. We'll fire this. Cool. What? Awan. Guardian. Tu. Guardit. Ewa. Guarditan. This is group 2. The one you already can memorize. Emma. Guardman. Guardo. Okay, the easy parts. This is past simple. I ate guardo. I was eating amquart.
Amquart.
See, the connector came to a, to the beginning, not the end. For oh, you don't have connectors, so you simply use a guard. Guardet at guard. Guartan, can you tell me? Guartan.
Atant huart.
Tant guard.
Atant huart.
Guardian.
Ayan huart.
Very good. Guardman.
Man. Huart. Aman huart.
Yes, aman huart. We were eating. We ate guardman. We were eating aman huart.
Sorchaka. You say all the time.
Sorchaka. Sorchaka. Yes.
Amachia.
Chak is good. Bash. Chak. Bash.
Sorchaka.
In my mother tongue, we mostly use chak, so I use that one. Same meaning. Bash. Chak.
Sorchaka.
Sorchaka. Azanım tozek aloza. Aloz complicate. Aloz. بەڵام ڕاهێنانی زۆر ئەکەین. بەڵام but ڕاهێنانی زۆر. A lot of practice can we will do.
Yeah. It's complicated, but yeah, I sure that.
ڕاهێنانی زۆر ئەکەین.
ڕاهێنانی زۆر ئەکەین.
نیگەران مەبە.
نیگەران مەبە.
Don't worry. نیگەران مەبە. نیگەران worry. Don't be worried. مەبە.
نیگەران مەبە.
نیگەران مەبە ڕاهێنانی زۆر ئەکەین.
zorakein.
Rahenan, practice.
Rahenan zorakein.
Rahenani zor. A lot of practice.
Rahenani zor.
Yes.
That's the word.
Ruku tabi bash. Rahenani zor.
Rahenani zor.
Yes, a lot of. Rahenani kam. A little of. مش mandu kiti. I tired your brain. Bambayanya.
That's Hosh. Vamos a
Saka mandu nabi at bimoa.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.